All right, so time travel. Um, I'm probably gonna rewrite this. Obviously, hopefully, maybe I'll get keep some of it. I'm not sure. I want to do a video about time travel, and the only way I can do it is just to blatantly say it. I mean, time travel never was hard for me. I never had any issues thinking about it. Never had any problems with paradoxes. Um, I mean, I understand that there are paradoxes, and there's a lot of people that just get completely confused about it. I'm not one of those, and yeah. So a lot of the information I'm going to be saying is changed. It's going to be altered. It's going to be different than what it has to be in order for time travel to exist. But I'm stating it in that way that I can make these videos. How do I put this? Um, Time is a wibbly wobbly mess of timey wimey stuff. That was a Doctor Who quote. Um, but it really is. If you try to make time and you try to organize it in any way that will be a solid unit, it will be just a big old mess. And that's where people get confused so quickly on time travel. I'm going to explain it in ways and separate it in different ways in order to try to make it sense for those who don't understand it. But I'm also cutting it up and dividing it into pieces um, and changing some of the context in order for those who do understand it to realize why I'm not stating exactly what I mean. And I hope you understand that. Some of the information I'm going to give is not going to be completely accurate. Some of the information I give is already going to have names, uh, maybe even proven wrong, whatever. I don't really care. Why I'm saying that now and why I'm stating it like this is these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. I want to make sure that you understand that I'm saying this for someone out there. Not maybe not even anytime soon, maybe long past I'm passed away, but someone may get some of this information and it may help them. And that's why I'm saying all this. So, like I said, I got to cut this up into mini videos. And the first step is going to be obviously, I've just got to start taking these equations, wherever, and making them simplified, adjusting them so they match up and mingle properly. I'm not sure how to do that totally, but I mean, everything's going to be, it's going to be what I want to be. Um, and that's just how it's going to be. I mean, there's not much I can say to that. But I guess the first thing we're just going to go into is the first thing that most movies get mistaken. I mean, I'm hoping at the end of each of these videos, I'll have some sort of clip or something based on a movie that I've seen and explain my concept of the time travel that happened in that movie and what happens around it. We'll see how that turns out. It's gonna be my first video, guys. I hope it works out well. I do hope that if you like it, hit the like button, and if you want to hear more of these videos, hit the subscribe button. The more people liking and subscribing, the more likely I'll keep working at this equation, and hopefully you guys will understand more about time. um, yeah. So the first thing we got to go into isn't even the time. So we're gonna take time out of the equation, which is funny because most people go, "Oh, time's the biggest equation in time travel." In fact, it's not. We are moving in time right now. We're moving forward in time, and if you don't even realize that, then these videos may not even make sense to you. But if you understand that time is already passing, or time is moving around us, you'll understand why a little bit more about these equations. Not really sure if it's an equation to be the term, but the first thing we're going to go into is motion. Uh, He's like, oh yeah, well if you watch Star Trek, it's moving around the sun, blah blah blah. You go fast enough, it's blah blah blah. No, motion has several aspects in time travel. It's hopefully I got a video to help describe some of this, but I'm not sure. So motion is one of the biggest factors that we've got in time travel. How did I put this to my wife? Let's say you're watching this in a room in front of a computer or a TV, and you're sitting on a couch. How fast are you moving right now? And if you say you're not moving at all, you're gonna really love this. Okay. Um, you are moving. You're moving around the Earth. Um, I don't know. I don't know the exact equations on that. I'm not. That's not what I like. I don't. I have a hard time looking up all the equations. It's not. I keep saying equations. I don't know all the terms, but you're moving around the Earth. One rotation a day, I think it is. Then you're moving around the sun. So now you're moving around and around. So you're going like, but then you got that's the amount of speed we can calculate. And then the sun itself is moving around the Milky Way. So yeah, the sun is moving around the Milky Way. And then the Milky Way is moving as well. We don't know that factor, and it's like taking a ant and telling him that he's moving around the Earth. I mean, you don't know the equations of how fast. And if you met the ant, you're telling him that you're moving around the Earth, and then you tell him around the solar system. He's not going to quite understand what's going on. That's why I'm saying we're moving around the Earth. We're moving around the solar system. We're moving around the galaxies. The whole universe could be moving an unknown amount of speed, and we wouldn't know it. We're just a microscopic little essence in this moving objects. So when you realize that someone's trying to travel back in time, the biggest factor they have is motion because they have to fight that time travel, or they have to fight that motion. If you tried to move back in time 1 second and the galaxy is moving at a million miles per hour, you are no longer on the Earth when you travel back 1 second. That's the point I'm trying to make at. You are here, the Earth is here, you're on the Earth. The Earth is spinning and rotating like this, and it's moving, it's going this way, and you travel 1 second to the past. Okay? You're no longer on the Earth because the Earth is going way, way faster than you. And that's the first problem with time travel, motion. Um, and motion's got more than one part. The fact of the matter is I'm talking about instantaneous motion, where you're trying to travel from point A to point B. You also got to consider the fact that your distance, location, travel, um, your rotation factors. What's the best way to describe this? If you, I mean, I guess we could try Jello. Um, Jello's a good factor in this. If you had Jello and you were moving it across the map, it's going to jiggle back and forth. Okay. Say you were moving really fast, it was catching up to you, and it just jiggles this way and then catches up, right? Okay, what happens if you suddenly shift it this way? It's just gonna go. Um, if you come out of the time travel and your body is moving at a different position, a different direction, and mind you, the Earth is rotating. So if you're coming out of a different direction, because you travel back in time 1 second, but the Earth is 1 second was a different position, a different movement, different everything, um, you're going to be traveling at a speed in an opposite direction. Um, a motion or an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by opposite force. You'll find out those equations of Einstein's will actually be a broad range in this equation and this information because time travel and matter and a lot of the physics, gravity, stuff like that, all tie into factors in this. And if you don't understand that, you're not going to be time traveling. Uh, I mean, most paradoxes themselves are fixed by a basic equation that's out there in the world, and most people don't even know it's there. And yeah, I'm gonna get comments in the boxes. Oh, is it this equation, this equation, this equation? I'm not gonna state that. This video is a basic understanding of time travel. This series is a basic understanding of what makes time travel happen, what you need to know in order to time travel, and to help you understand that if you're not ready to time travel, please don't. That's a big factor right there. Is just don't. Um, we all want to assume we can do it, and we all want to say that it's possible, but there are so many ways it can go wrong, and there's no way I can tell you how to like every possible situation. Not that I don't understand a lot of them. There's just a lot of those that are going to be skipped. Um, unless these video series become a huge hit and blah blah blah. But for the most part, I'm planning this to be a simple series. So, what else do I need to talk about here? Well, let's go on the motion theme. So, like I said, if you're traveling really fast, even if you're sitting on the couch. You're not moving at all, but you're moving around the planet, you're moving around the sun, you're moving around the universe, galaxy, everything's moving. You travel 1 second in the past and you're gone. Unless, because that's instantaneous travel. So you do need to find a way of keeping it during. The thought of doing portals has the same problem. Um, if you're not capable of your portals in the past, but time is still moving 1 second at a time. So if you open a portal here to 1 second in the past there, even if you manage to open those two portals at the exact same position relative to their locations, you would have to keep and maintain both portals in a state or in a static set at their location, which moving the portal probably takes more power than creating the portal. And that's assuming that the portal would be able to move at all. Um, Anytime you open up a portal, it's gonna probably just and that's the problem with time. Like it's the same thing with teleporters, um, like transporters and stuff. You see Star Trek and it's beam me up, Scotty, and it's quick. zoom. Um, but you got to realize that those computers would be processing that matter, moving at that speed. It would have to readjust that matter to fit into the speed of the object it's moving to, the ship, and reposition all the blocks without any of the pieces of matter being moved based on their relative speed and their motion. And yeah, I mean that's a basic understanding. I mean that's motion for you. I mean I might go into more into it. This is just the first video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully not. I don't. I really don't know. I just kind of want to talk and explain this. Like I said, there's going to be a bunch of equations, bunch of people doing like there's probably going to be people like complaining about what I say, but I want to make it perfectly clear that what I am saying, okay, isn't for those who understand. If you understand what I'm saying and why I say it the way I do, then you will understand more about this information than anyone else watching these videos. But these videos are made for those who don't understand to help them understand. And that's what I'm doing. I mean, what else am I supposed to do here? And yeah, I really hope that it works out. I really hope that you guys can understand what I'm saying, and I can do more of these videos. I get a little bit more confidence to do these videos and hopefully work out. Um, if you guys are wondering, like my computer screen's below the camera, that's why I keep looking up, and I don't have anything written. It's me looking at myself talking, because that's what it feels like. Some streamers. But anyway, I did say I would do something about time traveling in a video, movie, or something I've seen. I mean, when you see movies, you want to go for the first movie you grab, and I guess the first movie I'm thinking about right now is Back to the Future. Back to the Future is going to have multiple paradoxes, okay? Um, but if you go into the time traveling, the motion, you can realize that that car um, had it wouldn't have just reappeared on the blocks without knowing exactly like all the locations. There has to have been a supercomputer in that car in order for it to driving along and then disappear and driving along on the next timeline. Because that would be just way too much. But there's so much Back to the Future I want to say, but I don't want to go into the other parts of the information I want to give. Because I'm not even going into paradoxes. This whole video is about motion. Um, because you gotta know what motion is before you try to time travel, and that's what this is for. So if you guys like the video, hit like. If you want to see more of these videos, hit subscribe. Actually, hit both. I don't really care. Um, yeah, like I don't really care, but I do care. I just I want to make these videos in order to help someone. It might be the time traveler in the future, or it might be someone nowadays who is trying to time travel and not know this information. Because if you don't know it, I don't want to spoil what's going to happen, but you really need all this information. Um, and as these go along and I get more confident, I will go into more details and stuff. I might even write a script eventually to make it so I don't stop saying ums all the time and stuff. But yeah, yeah, I guess that's the end of it, guys. Have a good night, and hope the video helped you out for this one, and we'll see you about the next one. See you later.